Comedy night. Welcome to the fundraiser. Thank you guys all for coming out. A couple of things before we get started. One, my name is Mike. I'll be your host for the evening. The raffle baskets will be drawn at the end of the night. We will give you time after the show, like a final call to buy your raffle tickets to help support this amazing group. So wait for that. We have the raffle items. We have a scratch ticket tree. We got a 50-50. We got all kinds of stuff. But before that, it's time for comedy. Now, when I found out they wanted me to come do comedy, I've been doing this for 30 years. So I said, look, if you want someone of my stature, I have a rider I'm going to send you. There's shit I'm going to need in Taunton before I come. Number one, I would like the parking lot to be fucking full so I can't find a parking spot. Number two, I'd like you to build me a really shitty stage to stand on. Don't use the good wood. Go back in the back of Home Depot where they have pieces of shit they cut from other pieces. See if you can put it together. Next, I don't really like a lot of decorations, so if you could just give me a big fucking whiteboard behind me, I will put my little tag up there and make it seem full. Next thing I asked for, didn't know they could do it. I would like seating for 130, but please only invite 50. And then you guys did this on your own, which I never thought you would do. I said, then I need you to spread out for the illusion of the 100 plus. So far, you guys are doing really well. I appreciate it. There was one that I never thought, and you guys won't be able to see it now, but at the end of the show, you're going to appreciate this. Again, I appreciate the white walls and the 1920s fucking curtains hanging in the wall. But I would like a little bit of flair, so in the back of the room where the spotlight is, you'll see it later, there is one of the creepiest fucking photos of this bridge that looks like you're going to die on. That would be something I would need. So, apparently they fulfilled all my needs, and here I am in Taunton. But there was one other one too. I keep thinking of them. I can't remember all the ones I asked for. There were so many. I said, look, pick a location that when I get off the exit, I still drive a half an hour to fucking find. I would not want this easily accessible to get to. Unbelievable. You know what? I'm just happy to be out of the house. I am 54 years old. I have a 6-year-old. Yeah, nobody claps ever. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah, shut up. I got a boy, so, right now I'm dealing with the boys' sports. He's soccer and basketball and things like that. He actually is going to be taking gymnastics and dance in the winter because, what the fuck, do whatever you want. I don't care. It's 2025. I don't give a shit what you do. The problem is, I just don't want to do it with you. Let me explain. I know I look all together. I am in so much fucking pain right now. At 54 years old, it's amazing. Every morning we wake up, when you're in your 50s and above, there's a new noise, a new creak, a new pain. This morning I woke up, I swear to God, I had arthritis in both knees. I pulled a muscle, I got a hernia right here. I yawned really big. That's what happened. But it's crazy. I'll never forget, I've always had trouble with pulling muscles, and last year was when my son started getting into sports. So I said, you know what, maybe I should get all this stuff checked out, right? So I can be in better shape to play with my kid and have some fun with him. So it was last year, it was the first time I had a hernia, and I said, you know what, this is a good time for me to go to the doctor, get everything checked, get that looked at, and get myself better. So I wake up in the morning, I head to the doctor's office. My doctor comes in, he starts feeling me up there for like 10 minutes, which was awkward because I hadn't even mentioned the hernia. He said, Michael, we probably, shouldn't do this in the waiting room. Why don't you come around back? So we went in the back room, and I've been with this doctor for over 20 years, so he's a good friend at this point. And he says, we're going to check everything for you today. We're going to do a full top to bottom. We'll get some blood work done. We'll x-ray your knees. We'll check out your hernia. A couple things we're going to do. Maybe a little uncomfortable. We got to go places. Go, stop. I'm in my 50s. You've been my doctor for 20 years. Can we not make this weird? Can we just do the procedure? So I literally dropped down my pants, leaned up against this table. Now before he goes in, let me explain something. My doctor is 6'11", with a finger like a pool cue. And he's 74. God bless him for practicing medicine in his 70s, but at 74, that finger has arthritis. So he gets behind me, gets ready to go in. But before he goes, he leans over my shoulder. He says, Michael, we have some medical students that would love to come in and observe. How do you feel about that? Now, you think I would say no. But as a comedian, we always want a bigger crowd. So, I let him in. So we get through the process. Everything seems to be going okay. And he says, all right, we've scheduled your x-rays down the hall. You're going to go across to get your blood work done. But we've noticed something by your charts. You're in your 50s, you've never had a colonoscopy. So we scheduled that for 2 days out. Now, everyone in here has either heard of a colonoscopy or you've had one. Those of you that have never had it, though, are unaware of what is called prep day. Let me explain. You can't eat for 24 hours. You can only drink clear liquids, including 3 bottles of poison that will help you shit out your intestines. You will then go into the hospital where they will blow air up your ass, followed by some camera equipment. They will take multiple photos, then send you home with copies of those photos in case you have an album you might want to put them in. So I go home that day and I look at the checklist and I figure out all the things I'm allowed to drink. I go out and I buy them, ginger ale, Gatorade, chicken broth, everything I could have, including those 3 bottles that will help to flush my system. So I wake up the next morning, I begin the process. I start to hydrate, lots of water, lots of Gatorade, I'm doing good. 6 or 7 hours in, you drink that first bottle. Now that first bottle doesn't do a lot, but what it does do, it starts to move things around. There's weird noises, not a lot of activity, but it's coming. So you continue to hydrate. Another 6 or 7 hours in, then you grab bottle number 2, and when you do, you have to make a decision that when you are finished bottle number 2, you had better be 3 feet from a toilet or 3 feet from a change of pants. Because it doesn't give you a warning. Like when you have to go to the bathroom at your house, your body will tell you. Your stomach might rumble, maybe you fart, go, ooh, I should go. Like that's how the body works. Not throughout this process. It's as if somebody took a fire hose, put it down your throat, and turned the valve on high. That's the velocity it comes out. Now I understand why. They said, Michael, we need to flush everything out so we can get a good look, so we need to clean your system. Clean my system. I shit out things I ate in the 2nd grade. There were pieces of crayon in there, a couple of Legos, like it was... But I got a clean bill of health. I got a clean bill of health once it was done, and he said, now you need to take care of yourself. You got to start to work out. So I went home that day, and my wife goes, you know what, I'm going to help you. My wife's in good shape. She says, we're going to start easy. Every day we're going to go for a walk. So we started doing that, walking a mile a day, 2 miles. We were stepping it up. After a couple of weeks, she says, all right, now we're going to level up. We're going to head off into the woods. We'll do a little hiking, a little off-road, right? Build up the leg muscles. A couple of weeks, we did that. I'm doing good. Then she says, you know what? We're going to go another level now. We're going to do hills. We're going to hike up some hills. Now, my wife is from the West Coast. Still a little unfamiliar with the East Coast. The first hill she chose was Mount Washington. She said, I planned the day. The day will be great. We're going to get up early. We have a babysitter. It'll just be you and I. Quality time together. I'm going to make our backpacks. We're going to have food and snacks, maybe some wine and a blanket. We're going to climb to the top of Mount Washington. We'll go off into the woods. We'll set up a picnic. Maybe we'll snuggle up. Maybe we'll make love. I said, first of all, honey, if I make it, sex will not be the first thing I want to do when I get there. Vomit comes to mind for number 1. But I looked at it, I said, look, I don't think I need your help. I think I can do this. I'm going to go to the gym like a normal person does. So I got up that next day and I went to the gym. And as a comedian, we have our days off. So I know when to go to the gym when it's a little quieter. It's between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Why is that good? Because the morning people have gone to work and the lunch people have not arrived. What is in the gym from 9 to 11 are the oldest people in town. So no matter how shitty I feel, I look better than most of them. So I go into the gym, I said, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go on the treadmill. Now it's pretty easy. I walk up to the treadmill and I knew I chose the right treadmill and I knew I'd feel good about myself because the guy next to me had to be 95. He's on the treadmill with a walker. He's going really fucking slow. I go, I'm gonna look way better than this dude. Now I get ready to start my walk and I realize it's not as easy as hitting go anymore. You have questions you have to answer. Question number 1, what's your age? Okay. Starts at 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Jesus fucking Christ. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next question, multiple choice. Jesus Christ. Hills, manual, sprints. Fuck hills. Question 3, weight. Oh, shit. It starts at 150. Oh, cut the shit. Why don't they start it at 500 so the bigger people can feel good as we bring the number down? No, here you go, fatty. 150. Got it. 150. 152, 53, 55, 67, 265. It took me 10 minutes to get there. I was sweating. I looked at the guy next to me and go, fuck it, my cardio's done. I'm going home. Folks, are you guys ready for a good show tonight? We were supposed to have 3 comedians, but we have 4 tonight. We had a special guest drop by, so we're going to have an amazing night tonight. Your first comedian coming to the stage is relatively local for you people, so he might speak your language. He's an up-and-coming comedian in the Boston area. Please welcome Gianni Saltalamacchia.
How we doing, Taunton? I think I lost my virginity in that bathroom. I don't remember. I'm from Taunton originally. Okay, be a little bit more about it. You're glad you're fucking out of here. I live in Rainham now, don't know if you heard. Yeah. So if you see me at Market Basket, keep your eyes down, you know? All business. In Rainham now. They can't see me talking to you. Might not be left back in the town hall meetings. No, but it's happy to be back. 5-minute ride. Back in my own stomping grounds. A little bit about me. My dad's gay. That's a joke. Actually, he's dead. So I guess he was gay. You know, like I don't know. Like, is he still gay? Like, I guess so. You know, in the afterlife, is sexuality a thing? Thought about it a little more. I'm like, but then I've never heard a ghost story start. Bill. So scary. I'm going back in that closet. Ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. I know my dad's not hunting me because he's probably out of Home Goods judging people's curtain choices. Instead of boo, he's in the next aisle over. Ew. I'll never match your area rug. You have horrible taste. Check out the swatches. A lot of people ask me, what was it like growing up with a gay dad? I assume it's just like having a straight dad, except I know how to match a shirt and a tie and critique my wife's makeup. Just Olive Garden, honey. I don't think that much eyeshadow's necessary. You're gonna wear those shoes with that dress? Okay. I remember when my dad came out of the closet to me. He's like, son, I'm gay. I was like, yeah, we know. He's like, how'd you know? I said, maybe it was the 3rd Madonna CD you asked me to burn for you when I was a kid. The fact that you were a wedding planner. Or every time you came in for a hug, your breath smelled like cock. I'm kidding. He hated Madonna. More of a George Michael guy. All right, it gets worse. Buckle up. How's everybody doing? Settling into the fall? Everybody's doing good? Yeah, you're a lively crowd. Jesus Christ. Fucking A. God damn it. Yeah, everybody's doing well? Yeah, all right. Hey, here it goes. I'm going to one-up it. I'm going to hope all is well. Anybody have a conversation ever start like this? Right? It usually comes followed by a favor and asked by somebody you haven't talked to in 20 years. In a Facebook message too, because they don't have your cell phone number and shouldn't be asking you a favor. Right? You're just minding your business, little face pops up in your phone, you're curious, you click on it. I hope all is well. I know we haven't seen each other since freshman year biology, but if you weren't too busy next week, could you drive me to my vasectomy appointment? Pre-op's at 6, gotta leave the house at 5:30. But the concept of that, think about that. I hope all is well. Do you watch the news? All is not well. I peak at 37% well. On a good week. You knew me in high school. I was a mess back then. Think I just turned it all around? I have a George Costanza tattoo. I've been sober 11 years. I'm gonna have a drink directly after the set. But I tell you that to tell you this, I got that 2 years ago. So that means I was stone cold sober, went walking into Pleasure and Pain, and I said, I want the Lord of the Idiots on my right bicep. All is not well. Anybody work in an office here? Yeah. All right, we got a couple people. You ever get one? I hope this email finds you well. Yeah, we got some of those. No Susan in accounts receivable. It did not find me well. It found me on Indeed looking for a new job. I was on my lunch break crying. Susan! Oh, it's not well. It's rough out there. I'm fat. No. Thank you. Who said no? You're definitely a mother. You're just fine. You're the most handsome boy that's been on stage. You're so handsome. Want some cheese dip that we brought from home? I made it 3 weeks ago. No, but it's tough. I've actually lost 40 pounds recently. Yeah. But it was all in my legs. 37 pounds in my legs, no belly. I'm built like the yellow M&M. It's tough, man. I actually, I'm trying to stay red M&M, pink M&M. Why yellow? Discriminate. But it's tough. I actually, I saw a friend who I hadn't seen in a while, and he said, oh man, I saw on Facebook you lost some weight. That's awesome. How much did you lose? And I said, about 40, 45 pounds, and his wife was with him. She goes, on purpose? Who loses weight 45 pounds by accident? He said I was on keto, not chemo. Told you it got worse. No, but it's tough. It's tough to keep the weight off, right? Yes. You ever been doing good? You had a couple salads, breakfast, lunch, salads. Doing good, and you see something that completely ruins your day. Like a mirror. Right? You're like, I look like that? Like, did you let me go out in public looking like this? I actually was getting ready for a wedding at a hotel recently. And so we're running late like usual. The wife's at the sink doing her makeup. I'm like, way too much eyeshadow. But, so we're doing our thing. I'm in the shower. Sorry for the visual, but it'll make sense later. And so, don't you love how hotels do this? I open the curtain and just the mirror right there. Yeah. Just every Oreo I've eaten in the last month staring me in the face. And I said to my wife, I go, honey, I got a question for you. She goes, what's up? What's going on? Everything okay? I said, how do you fuck me? Seriously, I met both your parents. They're nice people. What happened? No, but it's I'm doing everything I can, right? Because I got 2 kids. Okay, nothing. All right. All right, Dad. Tell some more jokes, funny boy. No, got 2 kids, and I want to be in their lives. Like, I want to be part of their lives. I want to be the hands-on millennial dad. I don't want to be the old school dad. Like, go change the channel for me. I'm tired. Go hit your mother for me. Something like that. Go bring me a scotch, kid. So I signed up to be their soccer coach, right? Nowadays, in Rainham at least, I don't know how it is in Taunton, you gotta take, sorry. You gotta take tests, right? In the first test, like you gotta do a vetting process, right? And the first test is a Corey check. Anybody know what a Corey check is? Yeah, of course, we're in Taunton. Everybody knows. And so it's a background check. For those who don't know, any Rainham people that are in the crowd, it's a background check, and I'll give you a little heads up, right? Like, if you take one, don't call and ask if you passed. It's a bad look, right? You call, hey, did I pass that Corey check? Like, yeah, you should have, right? Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. It was Connecticut. Shouldn't even have shown up. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll just wait for it to come back. I'll wait for the email. But I got the email to take these tests to be a coach, and I put it off. Like, how long can it take? It'll take me 10 minutes. 11 o'clock before the night it's due, I was like, all right, I'll take these tests, whatever. So I open the email, and I click on the first one. It's concussion training, right? Like, things about concussion. And I'm like, I don't know much about concussions. I don't want my son to turn into Gronkowski, so catching the football, Dad. I want to. So I took the test. I was fine. 11:30. I'm doing okay. It's looking good, right? So then the next test, I click on the link. Don't touch kids training, right? Like, don't be a pedophile and all that. And I was like, all right, it was about 50 questions. I thought it should have been about 3. Have you ever touched kids? No. Have you ever thought of touching kids? No. Have you been featured on an episode of Dateline, showing up to a 12-year-old's house with a 6-pack of Zima and a gallon full of lube? If you answered no to all 3 of these questions, here's your whistle, get out there. But I'm here to announce to my hometown that I passed. Yeah. I got a D-, but... Yeah. And then we're at the final boss. It's 11:55. I gotta take a picture to send in for my lanyard photo, right? Very specific instructions. Gray background, looking straight, no expression, like a CVS passport photo, right? And so everybody's asleep, so I was like, I had to do this on my own. I take a picture, selfie style, looks like shit, but it's 11:58, whatever, I send it in. I show up to practice in 2 weeks from that to find out that nobody followed the rules. We got selfie on vacation girl over here, margarita in her hand. We got LinkedIn headshot guy over here. I sell insurance, I will show you my photo. You want this guy anyway? Fucking kids? Yeah. Coach Touchy reporting to duty. I was late to the first practice because I was tinting out the windows in my white van. You don't want to see that at a coach's landing. You want to see it on a corkboard at City Hall. That's my time, Taunton. I love you. Give it up for your host, Mr. Mike Drover.
Going to the maze. Jerry, one more time! Oh, you creepy bastard. Oh, shit. All right, we're going to keep these rolling right along. Again, we had a guest stop by, relatively local. He's one of Boston's finest. He's here tonight. Please welcome Mr. Pat Collins.
Every fucking time. Thank you folks for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. Fuck you. Thanks for coming. I'll tell you a little bit about me. First off, I'm a family man. That's a lot of what I do. My wife tells me I'm happily married. I want to believe that. It's just she also tells me both kids are mine. I'm not totally sold on that. Because I believe in science. And if you guys remember anything from basic high school biology, I'm sure you recall. Say one parent has blue eyes and the other parent has blue eyes. There's a real good chance that their kid will not be black. Just trying to process what happened there. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just don't get all judgy at the front table. It's going to be a long fucking night. I'm telling you. I made that. That was a joke. Totally made that up. Actually, I mostly made that up. I do have a son. He's not black. Okay. He's Asian. I still have some questions, but he's not black. He's a quirky little fellow, my son. He's 3.5. He runs in the other day, he points. He goes, best dad, best dad, best dad. It was adorable. I said, where'd you hear that? He said, Mommy. And that's when it dawned on me, the kid wasn't saying best dad. He was calling me a bastard, which was more than just mildly disappointing, but it made a whole lot more sense, to be honest. Because I was like, wait a minute. I'm the bastard here? That's pretty ironic, you little snot-nosed little Asian snot. Why don't you go look at the word ironic? That would be a real eye-opener for you. No, not like an eye-opener. You know what I mean. Just go do it. Up to. What else can I tell you? So I just got off vacation a couple of weeks ago. It was the last week of the summer. And I was down in North Falmouth. And looking for somewhere new to vacation this year, somewhere away from the ocean. If you have any recommendations, find me after the show. Put it this way, last time I went swimming in the ocean, I went swimming with a buddy of mine off his boat. And we were a little ways away from the boat, and I was thinking to myself, man, you probably shouldn't be in the water right now. There's been shark sightings in the area. You must be an idiot. And no sooner than I had that thought, this fin popped out of the water a little ways away. And I froze. Like I panicked. I could barely tread water. A buddy of mine on the boat, he sees this, he started yelling everything he could think of that was going to keep me calm. He looked at the fin, he looked at me, he goes, "Dude! That shark doesn't even see you!" "Well, I think he's gonna smell me." He goes, "Why, are you bleeding?" I said, No, I just shit my pants. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a whiff." He goes, "Dude, it's a basking shark. They don't even attack people." I said, "Oh, thank God, they don't usually attack people." "Well, sometimes they do." So it's a basking shark. They don't even have teeth. I was like, "Quit screwing with me. Just throw me the rope." He goes, "No, for real. They don't even have teeth. You should look it up." It's like, you know what? You're right. Fuck the rope. Throw me my iPhone. I will do that right now. Good time to do a little research, don't you think? There's no joke there. I'm just looking for a new place to vacation. If you have any recommendation, find me after the show. So, I'm getting fat. I don't know what you're laughing about. That's not the joke. Fuck. A little sensitive about it. No, I put on some weight. I've not quite whittled it all away yet. Anybody else? Anybody put on some weight recently? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah? Just like that table right there? That's it? Okay. You know I can see you people, right? Fine. No, I put on some weight. I thought I was carrying it okay. I thought it looked okay. And then I went to my first family doctor appointment. Same family doctor I've been going to for like 25 years. And I walked into the office. He looked up from his desk. He goes, "Whoa." I was like, "Look at you, little big fella." What's that supposed to mean? He goes, "Well, you appear to be a little larger than you were last time I saw you." I said, "Well, you sound a whole lot douchier than you did last time I spoke to you. I think that evened the score." So getting fat, getting old, starting to check my bucket list. You guys got a bucket list? Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and one lady. Fucking awesome. All right, fine. We'll skip the bucket list stuff. Not relatable, apparently. Since somebody told me like 20 minutes ago there were even this many people in like the whole entire world who've literally done everything they've ever wanted to do with their whole entire lives. I don't think I would have believed them yet, apparently. Here we are. It's fine. We'll just skip it.
Nah, tell the bucket list. To the
Still
bucket list.
bucket list. This is the one. Did she call you today? She was like, "Hey, I think they're doing that comedy fundraiser. You want to go?" And you're like, "I've literally done everything else I've ever wanted to do with my whole entire life. Fuck it, yeah, I'm in. I'll sit in the front row. Have a little bit about it."
Wait a minute.
So here's the thing, I got a bucket list. The problem I have with my bucket list is every time I look at it, I gotta cross something off it. And it's not because I did it, it's just because I realize, like, I'm never gonna do that. Like, number one on my bucket list, don't judge me. Number one on my bucket list, have sex in a public place.
That's easy.
I don't know what you're laughing at, that was not the joke either. That's still high hopes that can happen, actually. No, I'm just... Number one, have sex in a public place. And then I remembered I've actually done that hundreds of times. I crossed it off the list. Number two, have sex with someone in a public place. Well, that's never gonna happen. Cross that off the list. I know that was a long way to go for a jerk it off in public joke, but I'm glad you stuck with me because I really like it. I like doing it. So what else can I tell you? All right, that's gross. That is gross, and I apologize I even ever said it. I am. Listen, before I bring it back to your host, I gotta tell you something. First off, I appreciate you having me. Before I bring it back to your host, just full disclosure, I want to put all my cards on the table. My son, the one I was talking about before, yeah, he's not really Asian. Well, that's it. Okay. I know.
feel
That's
betrayed.
dumb, right? I know, that's dumb. That needs no clarification, right? That's what I used to think. And then a couple of weeks ago, I was doing those jokes at a club, and after the show, this woman came rushing up to me. She was very excited, and she clearly wanted to talk. She was, oh my God, I couldn't wait to tell you. I thought you could totally relate. 2 of our kids are adopted, and our son is Korean. I said, oh, very cool. She goes, well, he's adopted, right? I said, maybe. Who? She goes, your son, the one you were talking about before. I said, no. Oh, God, no. I was just hacking around up there. Oh, these just dumb jokes. Oh, my God, I hope it didn't offend you. She goes, no, I wasn't offended. I just thought surely. I said, no. Believe me, my son, definitely not adopted. So listen, thanks for coming out tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you again real soon. No, that's what I thought too. Surely it was over, but it wasn't, so it's not. Hold your applause. Because I went back to talking to my friend, and she didn't go anywhere. Like for an awkward amount of time. And I turned back around, she's right there. She goes, so he's a foster? He must be a foster, right? I said, no. She goes, God, was there a second marriage? I said, She said, oh my God, I'm sorry for all the questions. I think I just missed the part where you say, Howard, is it you have a son that's Asian? Well, this is awkward now. This has never happened before. I think I should clarify this, although I feel pretty fucking weird about it now. All right, look at me, listen to me. Here's the real truth. The real truth is, it was a swapped at birth situation in the hospital. She goes, oh my God, that's awful. And then I just waited like a dope for like 10 seconds. Before she goes, wait a minute. Swapped at birth? How could you possibly have not known? I was like, that is a good fucking question. All right, looks like you got me. Listen to me, look at me. Here is the real truth. The real truth is, we did know. Oh yeah, we knew it immediately. And I swear to you, we were going to report it to the proper authorities. It's just I talked it over with my wife, and we considered the gene pools from both sides of the family. Let me put it to you this way. He's really almost 9 now. And every once in a while, when I see him sitting quietly at the kitchen table doing homework that we don't have to help him with from the AP courses he takes for college credit, I can't help but to think that somewhere out there is an Asian family. Probably trying to extract a chubby little white kid trapped in the dishwasher he crawled into because he thought he heard a fucking M&M singing a Christmas carol or some dumb shit. And those are the moments when I know we made the right choice. Folks, that is my time. I'm going to bring it back to your host, Mr. Mike Service.
Oh, look at this. What a good boy. He's just so little. So because Pat's so little, I guess I'll talk about my kid a little more. My kid is 6 years old and literally comes up to like here on Pat, which is fantastic. Anyways, so I was telling you guys earlier how I was getting myself healthy for my kid. And here's the funny part. I want to spend time with my kid because I didn't have a good dad, growing up. So I want to be a better dad. I want to be a part of his life. And I don't think I'm doing it well. Here's why. I like spending holidays with him, but I got a little mad at him last Halloween, so I'm hoping to fix it this year. Let me explain. September of last year, my son comes in. He says, Dad, I know the costume I want to get. He shows me in a book, and I go, geez, it's a $125 costume. I mean, think about this for a minute. Well, he's 5. There'll probably be a couple parties at people's houses. Probably wear it to school with his friends. Trick or treat. All right, we'll get our money's worth. Let's do it. So I buy him the costume. October comes. Nobody has a fucking party. Nobody wears it to school, so he's not going to wear it to school. I go, shit, I have to make $125 on trick or treat. Challenge accepted. So I dressed my child up for trick or treat. I said, we're going to double down. I'm going to wear a costume too. I dress myself up. We get our little buckets. We head out. We head to the first couple of houses. We're doing good. Full-size candy bars. I go, this is going to be easy. House number 4, everyone has a house number 4 in their neighborhood. It's those hippie, crunchy, vegan fucks that make food that nobody wants. We hit a couple more, we're doing well. We get to house number 7, everyone has a house number 7. It's the really old people that put random shit lying around their house into your bucket. And when they run out of that, it's usually a Ziploc bag of pennies. But we get to house number 8, and it's where I learned the difference between us as children and children today. Children today are, what's the word? Pussies is the word we're looking for. Let me explain it. At house number 8, my son looked at me and he said, I'm tired, can we go home?
The fuck?
I said, we're on the same street we started. That's when I grabbed my kid by the shirt and I said something I swore I would never say as a parent, but I looked him right in the eye and I said the phrase, when I was a kid. This is how we did trick or treat. We all went to the department store and we got our costume that came in a bag. And in that bag was 2 items. One, a onesie made of plastic with your character painted on the front. It had 2 ties in the back and it ripped in the crotch when you took a step. Number 2 was a mask made of some sort of alien plastic that would slice the outer ridges of your face when you wore it. Held on by the most useless, shittiest piece of fucking rubber band you've ever had in your life. It never held the night. And we didn't have a little pumpkin bucket to pick up candy. What did we have?
Pillowcase. A pillowcase.
A pillowcase.
I used the pillowcase.
We would hit the neighborhood till it was so full we would drag that shit home. We would get to our house. We would dump it out. We'd change costumes and fucking go out again. Pussy. And the candy he's getting nowadays. Oh my God, he gets healthy candy. Fruit snacks with real fruit. You know, like, where's the dangerous candy we got? I want to trick or treat and get a candy that when I put it on my tongue, it fizzles. And if I drink soda, I die. See, all real. Like, I didn't have to say it. I also want that other candy, one of my favorites. It came with a candy stick, and what you did was you licked the stick and put it in a bag of cocaine, and just like a fucking a crazy person, you kept going. And if your friend wanted some, you didn't give a shit about germs. You're like, lick it. I don't give a fuck. I'll give you some of my shit. You're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'm parenting my son well. I think that's what's screwing me up. We went to Mexico a couple months ago. We went to a resort and we were having fun. We were in the big pool. If you've ever been to a resort, it's a mile long. There's bars and things everywhere. And we're in there. We're just hanging out. And all of a sudden, after a couple hours, my son looks at me and he says, "Dad, I have to pee." All right. He says, "Well, can you go with me?" I said, "Where?" He said, "To the bathroom so I can pee." I said, "Oh, son, you're in a pool." He goes, "Dad, I don't want to pee in the pool. That's gross." I go, "Son, there are 4 guys over there at the pool bar that haven't left in 6 hours. I guarantee you are not the first person to pee in this pool." So all of a sudden my son looks at me, he starts to swim away. He swims over to the stairs. I don't know where he's going. Is he going by himself? He climbs out of the pool, comes to the edge of the pool, unzips, and pees in the pool. But I think he screwed up because he learned, poorly from me how to properly urinate in public. And the reason is I am scarred from the first time I ever had a public thing like that. It was 1977. I'm 6 years old. My father took me to the old Boston Garden. Now, if anyone's ever been there, in the men's room of the old Boston Garden, it wasn't a normal bathroom. There were troughs along the back wall, right? Just this big, long trough, and just men standing in line, and just, if you stood there, if you looked even a little left or right, you just saw a bunch of dicks on either side of you. There were no, little barricades that have a little privacy. Fuck that. It was just, dick line. And in the center of the room, was this, it looked like a fountain. This big concrete thing. It had a metal pole, and you stepped on a bar on the floor, and it rained. That was your sink. Now, well, it was supposed to be the sink, but at the old Boston Garden, where everyone's shit-faced, that is another urinal.
That's you messed up.
Because that's where the smart drunk people went, because they stood around it going, "I can wash my hands and pee." So my father brings me in there. There's a line for the trough. He goes, "Fuck it, we're going to the fountain." So he brings me over to the fountain. Here's the problem. The fountain was pretty high up. I'm down here like penis level. So how ever will I be able to pee inside of this fountain? Oh, let me tell you.
Handstand.
My father picked me up. I wish it was that easy. That wouldn't have been as scary. He picked me up, put me on the edge of the fountain, very casually put a finger in a belt loop for safety, and dangled me over the crocodile penis pit in front of me. So I'm just hanging here, with my little tiny dick hanging out. Another kid about my age across from me, we're just doing one of these. Our fathers are behind us impatient, just going, can you just fucking go? Can you please go? And I'm so scared I can't. Like I got stage fright, I'm freaking out, so I just lie and I go, all right, Dad, I'm done, take me down. He puts me down, I zip it up, I fucking pee myself, we leave. So, I don't think I'm doing it right. I don't. But here's the thing too, you know, not only did I have a weird childhood, but I didn't do all this stuff till late in life. Everyone goes, oh, it's great to have kids late in life, you know more. I don't know shit, I forgot everything I did as a kid. I'm trying to teach my kid fun games that we used to play, but you can't play them anymore for many reasons, like for example, punch buggy. You can't play it anymore because there's no punch buggies, and apparently nowadays you can't hit your kids, so that's out.
We play that.
You still play it? You just go, oh, car, yeah, I don't give a fuck what it is. Tree.
Punch buggy, no punch bag.
Here's another game. My niece was over the other day, she's 17, and I always make fun of her because she's always, multiple texts and group texts, and I'm like, why don't you just go see your friends and do something? Why do you have to sit here and do this? She goes, well, like what? What did you do with your friends when you were young and didn't have technology? Oh, I'll tell you one of the things. Here was one of my favorite things. I'd go pick up 3 friends in my car. We would drive through the neighborhood, then we'd head out to one of the main streets. We'd come up to a stoplight. We'd put the car in park. We'd get out of the car, run around in circles, get back in the car and drive away. She goes, oh my God, then what? I go, that's it. We were pretty fired up for a couple hours after that. Well, we just got away with murder. I got married late in life too, got married at age 45 for the first time. I said, look, until I can successfully perform in Taunton, I'm not going to settle down. But getting married late in life is tough too because I was set in my ways. You know, we bought a house together and I'm like, oh my God, I've never lived with anybody. I've never been through this part of the decorating of the house. And my wife's, what's the word? Fucking crazy. So my house looks like pages 3 to 37 of the Pier 1 Imports catalog. There's shit in there that I don't know what it does, but it's okay because I can't touch it. So my living room has like 42 candles. I can only light 6. The rest are what? Decoration. Oh, fuck yourselves. That's. You want to know why men are stupid? Because of stuff like that. Because my wife will go, hey, go light some candles, set the mood. I'll just go in and find a blowtorch. Fucking everything. And she'll come in and go, no! Well, she'll give me that look. Yeah, you women, I would rather have you yell at me than do what my wife does. If I do something stupid, she'll give me this most simple look and I will feel so dumb. Ready for this one? She'll walk in a room, she'll see something stupid, she'll go. That's it. It's so subtle. And I literally go, I do something stupid. My bedroom stresses me out because I've realized recently something, and I never really caught on to before, but we have a beautiful bed, but I don't get the good bed. Let me explain. My son, my wife just sent me a picture. When I have late night gigs, sometimes on the weekend, my son will have a sleepover with my wife. Now, because he's bigger now, it's not fun for the 3 of us in there with the dog and the whole night, so I'll go sleep in the spare room. Tomorrow night, to make up for it, he says, well, Dad, can we have a sleepover? So we will go in the spare room, and my wife will keep the big bed. 2 weeks ago, my wife didn't feel good, so she took a day off from work. I go, look, stay in bed, I'll take care of you, I'll bring you your lunch, I'll take care of you. You know what, I will sleep in the spare bedroom so you can have, your peace and quiet. About a week ago, I was sick, and I went to the fucking spare room, so I don't get the good bed. But I think it's okay because the good bed scares me. There's a lot of shit on that bed that I have to take off the bed so I can go to bed. Yeah, see, the women laughing have the multiple pillows on their bed. Round of applause, how many women with more than 8 pillows on their bed? You right there? How many pillows on your bed, young lady? At least 10. How many do you sleep with? At least 5. Anybody else in bed with you?
My fiance.
How many does he sleep with? 2. So there's a 3 little cushion left over, and those 3 pillows are for what? Fucking say it. Decoration, right? They're just to make the bed look pretty, right? Here's my question. For who? Who are you decorating the bed for? I'm going to tell you something for free. Your fiance may not say it, but he doesn't give a rat's ass what the bed looks like. My wife has 10 herself. 10 pillows. I sleep with 1. She sleeps with 4. 2 behind her head, 1 between her legs, and a body pillow, because apparently I'm a piece of shit. My dog sleeps next to the body pillow. I sleep on the railing on the right-hand side. Now, when we go to bed at night, it's a whole different picture. We have a huge bed. I'm on one side on my phone. My wife's way over there reading a book. My dog, foot of the bed, curled in a ball. Plenty of room. We all have a zone. Then the night progresses. And the bed begins to shrink. As the covers slowly start to come off me. As she is building a cocoon on her side. 3 o'clock in the morning, I wake up. I am half naked, freezing my balls off. It's okay. I will just reach over and grab some blanket. Oh, no, no, no. This cocoon has given her superpowers. And now at 6'3", 265 pounds, I can't get the fucking blanket back. I woke up one morning. I hadn't slept. I was cold. I was miserable. She's all snuggled up. I go, this is bullshit. This is going to change. And I'm going to talk to her about it. So she woke up. I looked her right in the face and I said, listen to me.
I'll buy my own blanket.
Keep a spare under the bed.
I get cold too. Honey, there should be a blanket available for me in these situations. And my wife loves me. So now, that night, at the foot of the bed, she placed the spare. Now, the spare is not there because it's a warm blanket. It's there because it matches the damn pillows. My spare is an Afghan that her grandmother knitted in 1910. It is barely holding itself together. And I'm sorry, folks, an Afghan is not a good warming blanket. It's made of holes. And it has built up so much static over the past 100 years, if I toss and turn, lightning flies out of my bed. And I'm going to go one step further in Taunton. God forbid I wake up in the middle of the night and he wakes up too. And somehow gets loose. And gets stuck in an Afghan hole. I feel like I'm in one of those Chinese finger locks you get at the fucking carnival. Folks, I'm Mike Kachomas. Thank you so much. We have one more amazing comedian. Are you guys ready for it? This guy is a national headliner, a published author, and one of my dear friends, and one of Boston's top headliners. Please welcome Mr. Steve Bjork. No, thank you.
Hey, keep it going for Mike, isn't he great? I am thrilled to be here helping you guys raise money. We did blow most of the budget on the backdrop. I hope you join us next week. We're doing another fundraiser for some artwork and pictures from walls. Place is barren. All right, I'll start this way. I'll give you a little background on me. I was raised as an only child, which really bothered my older sister. She was 2 when I was born. My parents sat her down. They said, "You've had a pretty good run. We're going to concentrate on this one. We think he's got potential. If we give him all our love and support, someday he'll be in Taunton." entertainers have a reputation of being difficult to work with. I don't like to think that I am. I have only one stipulation in my contract, and that's that the very front table will have only 2 people or 3 people at it. So I appreciate you guys all the way in back. Make me feel comfortable. At this point, I am a single dad with 4 kids. If you're wondering, I'll tell you this, I don't recommend it. It was not my original plan. I was married for 22 years, and then we grew apart, a minimum of 100 yards. Now, for those of you who did not laugh at that joke, take note of those who did. They have restraining orders. I don't do ex-wife jokes. I'm a fine person. I try to remember the good things, the good times. I still remember the first date I ever took her on. It was the fall. I took her apple picking. Actually, it wasn't far from here. It was at the Shaw's. And it's very romantic. They don't want you to climb, whatever. But I am, I didn't think I would be single at this point in my life. If I did think that, I would have prepared far better. I've been losing weight. At this point, I'm down 40 pounds. And I appreciate that. But 2 weeks ago, it was 50. So we gotta get back. I think one of my biggest problems is I go for these fad diets. They don't work, at least not for me. At least not long term. Like I was doing a recent one. You're probably familiar with this. You've heard of this. The intermittent feasting. Yeah, if you don't know about it, here's how it works. I go like 20 minutes, nothing. Not even a snack to hold me over. Then I gorge for 8 hours. Then I repeat that cycle. I don't know how it's working for other people. Not for me. Last couple of weeks I've been trying to do it the right way. I've been going to the gym every single day. Tomorrow I think is going to be a turning point. I'm not going to go just to the gym. I'm going to go in. Hopefully that'll initiate some progress. I will look, even when I'm in great shape, I'm a big guy. I'm built big. I'm 6'2", I have big shoulders, big hands. I don't even have a small intestine. I don't. I have a large and a huge. But I'm single and I'm very likely to remain single. Primarily because I have nothing to offer. It's okay, there's a visual medium. You can acknowledge this. Let's take a look. Let's examine my dating resume. All right? Number 1, I have 4 kids. That is not a selling point. And by the way, I'm not an every other weekend single dad. These kids are with me 48 hours a day. I have done the math. I am very involved. I know all of their names. Round about their ages. I should say this. They're my 4 children. They are biological siblings. They're not my biological children. They came into my life when I was still married. We brought them in as foster children, and then we adopted them. So I have never cared for a baby. They came in, but they weren't babies. So I have no experience. Like, this is for what, a dance program?
Yeah.
Yeah, so most of you are parents. Who are the parents? Yeah. How many children do you have?
1.
You have 1. Now, I don't know how best to put this. Did you manufacture this child? Yeah? All right. So you had it right from the word go. This was your child. All right. So I don't know anything about it. Like here's the only thing I know. Apparently, you're not supposed to shake your baby. That's how big a deal that is. Even I know that. And it's not a guideline. Like, they're really serious about this. Let me ask you, did you I think we've come together as a group. You can tell us. Did you ever shake your baby?
Yes.
You did? You did shake your baby? I've never heard anybody admit that before. I think we have some representatives from the Department of Children and Families. I think they're here. Did you really shake your baby? Just a little nudge. See, I don't even know if it's tempting. I've never had a baby. I assume it's tempting because it's such a big deal. I'll tell you that, like, when I got my kids, my boys, my 20-year-old boys, they were 3 when I got them. And I gotta be honest with you, I was on the phone with the pediatrician at least once a week. Can I shake them now?
No, not that.
On that whole shaking thing. I don't have any biological children, and if you're wondering, I'm fine with that. Quite frankly, there are things about me I'd just as soon not pass on. Not the least of which is I have asthma. I don't even know how I got asthma. It seems counterintuitive to the whole evolution thing, right? From what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, during conception, millions of sperm cells come out and they all go after the egg. All right? It's the fastest, strongest sperm. That's the one that whips. That's the one that gets the egg. How the hell did the asthmatic sperm win that race? That's just hit this image. All these healthy sperms swimming upstream, one asthmatic sperm in the back. Guys, wait up!
Tush push.
Yeah, something like that. I just assume all the healthy sperm were just lackadaisical. Like, he's a whiner, let him go. So to go back to the dating resume, I've got the 4 kids, not a selling point. Number 2, I drive a 2018 Dodge Caravan. Ladies. Let me qualify this, by the way. It's not just a Caravan. It is a Grand Caravan. GT. I'm not shitting you. Dodge had the balls to put a GT on the back of a Caravan. Check me out after the show. I'll be in the parking lot smoking up the tires. You'll recognize it. You'll know it's me. Because I had the van I had it painted to look like an Amazon truck. Yeah. Now I can park anywhere I want. I'm sure you've noticed that. Amazon trucks, they don't give a shit. They'll park anywhere. And everybody's fine with it, by the way. Nobody has a problem. Everyone's just kind of going around and going, that's okay, he's delivering happiness. So I got the kids, I got the van. And I have sleep apnea. Now look, if you're not familiar with sleep apnea, I'm looking at the crowd, a lot of you are. If you are not familiar with sleep apnea, let me explain. Sleep apnea is the laziest disease in the history of humankind. Seriously, that's all it is. It's just lazy. It's just complete pure laziness. Right? If you don't know about it, here's what happens. When I go to sleep, my throat closes up. It stops working. So it's not really even a disease, it's more of a labor dispute. Brain is management. It's trying to talk the throat into it. And it's like, come on, the lungs are trying, the heart's beating, the bladder's working overtime, for Christ's sake. And the throat's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not working the night shift anymore. Most diseases are tragic. The diagnosis of sleep apnea is just demeaning. Seriously, it takes you down a peg or two about your own, abilities. Like, I have friends my age who still run marathons. I have 2 of my friends, they still do triathlons. Me, I have a soft mattress and a comfy pillow. Can't make it through the night without medical assistance. So in order to survive this horrendous ailment, I have this little machine. It's about this big. It's called a CPAP. I call it a throat bully. Attached to this machine is a 6-foot length of reinforced sausage casing. At the other end of that is a mask. The mask literally straps onto my face. It's got the tube hanging down. Kind of looks like that alien from the movie Alien. So I can't wait to introduce this into a new relationship. Sure, I'd love to spend the night. Hey, you know what I was thinking? Maybe tonight we could play jet fighter pilot. And tomorrow I'm gonna take you out and pick it. I gotta come clean on a little chunk of that material. I've been doing that a little too long. I gotta have to update it. The Caravan is no longer part of my family. I'll tell you the story. So the Caravan was a great vehicle for 4 little kids, all right?
Yeah.
But I managed to put 255,000 miles. Yeah, and it's a Dodge. I knew my days were numbered. Then one day, all right, I'm 255,000 miles, and I'm driving through the tunnel underneath Boston, right? And it's stop and go traffic, mostly stop. And I'm halfway through, and all of a sudden the engine light goes on. Oh yeah. Now look, if you're ever thinking to yourself, hey, I've heard of panic attacks, I wonder what they're like. Because the engine light, the engine light is all about panic attacks because it gives you zero information. It tells you nothing. Nothing. All you know is there's a problem, right? And look, the technology is there. It could tell you what the problem is. Because you take it to the mechanic, all he does is hook it up to a computer, tells the computer everything. Like a therapist. Gives me nothing. You know what it is? It's passive aggressive. The engine light goes on, you're like, oh no, what's wrong with the car? It's like, if you don't know, I am not going to tell you. 255,000 miles, engine light's on. It's time to make a move. So next day, I'm driving to a dealership. And I'm thinking, you know what? I keep seeing reports that used cars are retaining their value. Now, I know it's a lot of miles. I know the engine light's on. But like 6 months ago, I looked it up and it said 3,500. So I was like, all right. Is that it? My time done? I go, all right. If they give me $3,000, I'll take it. I won't bicker. I'll take $3,000. I'll be happy. I'm at the dealership. I'm talking to the sales guy. He's trying to sell me this new car. So I go, all right. Hold on. What are you going to give me for the van? He looks down at a piece of paper. He goes, oh, the service department looked at it. We can give you $200. I'm sorry, did you say $200? Yeah, $200. I go, you understand we're talking about a vintage 2018 Dodge Caravan GT? The guy said, yeah, it looks like an Amazon truck. I don't know what we're going to do with it. It was at that moment that it occurred to me. I don't know for how long a period of time, but for some period of time, apparently I've been driving my children around in a $200 car. I feel pretty good about myself. That's when I said, you know, I don't want to see that car you're trying to sell me. I want to see your $400 model. You're obviously twice as good as what I drove in with. He didn't have any $400 models. I'll tell you how he got me on the car he sold me on. And I love this car. Now, I'm going to tell you about some options you're probably very well aware of. I was not, so bear with me a second. We're doing a test drive. We're on the highway. Sales guy says, all right, set the cruise control 74. I go, all right, I set it. As we approached the car in my lane going slower, my car automatically slowed down, matched the speed of the car in front of me, and maintained a safe distance. Then when that car pulled aside, it went right back to 74. Oh, that's amazing. I go, I'm on the highway all the time. I didn't have to touch a button. I didn't have to push a pedal. Nothing. That's fantastic. Guy goes, you like that? Check this out. It's a button on the steering wheel. This is lane assist. This keeps me in the middle of my lane, whether I want to be there or not. It keeps me in the middle of my lane. Even if the highway curves, it will follow the curve. I go, that's it. I've made my decision. I can start drinking again. I don't endorse it, by the way. I will tell you, I am always drinking something, and it's always coffee. When I'm in my car, I don't know if it's some kind of psychological addiction or what. When I'm in my car, I always have a coffee with the cup holder. And I grew up in New England. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. Some of you agree? Yeah, I don't like. Number one, I think the coffee's mediocre at best. Number two, it's overpriced. The only thing Dunkin's has, they know how to run a drive-thru. They totally do. Like you go up to that billboard and you give it your order, and then by the time you get to the window, they're handing the coffee right to you. Right? You're at least 10 minutes away before you realize it's all fucked up. Like, oh, I guess I do like oat milk. I don't like Starbucks either. I like the coffee. I don't like the attitude. I really don't. I don't know why I'm being forced to speak Italian. Right? They're all the same people that get pissed. They have to press 1 on the ATM for English. They walk into Starbucks and get coerced. I got to tell you exactly. This is the first time I walked into Starbucks. I walked up to the hippie behind the counter. And I said, yeah, let me get an extra large coffee. The guy, I swear to God, I get this. Do you mean a venti? I go, I don't know. Is that the biggest one you got? I don't know. I don't care what you call it. I'll tell you what. I'll stick with your theme. Give me a rigatoni full of coffee, will you please? I'll tell you where I go. And on the way here, there's a million of them. So I bet you some of you people are on this train. I go to Cumberland Farms for my coffee. Right? Some of you guys, yeah?
Good.
I got to tell you, number one, the coffee's good. Bold especially. It's got great flavor. It's reasonably priced. I'll give you this. Yes, I do have to get out of the car. There's no drive-thru. I don't mind that. I don't mind having interactions. Like first guy I meet every morning, I get to Cumberland Farms, I walk out of the car, first guy I meet is the guy who ran out of gas about 1.5 miles down the street. Right, he just needs a couple of bucks to get to Detroit. He's got a big business meeting. He's always well dressed. I don't know what his deal is. Then I head in, and yes, I have to do some labor. I pick out a cup. I put a little cream in it. I dispense the coffee. Right now, I want to find a cover. I have to turn around to the fixings table, and I have to wait for 100 sugar addicts. They're opening up every pack in the place. By the time they disperse, it looks like a cocaine party. Now I get to pick out a cover. Now, if you go to Cumberland Farms, you know that this is a gamble. Because that could be the cover that's been kicked around on the floor for the last 15 minutes. Some asshole decided to pick it up and put it back on the pile. Oh, it happens. I know, because I've been that guy once in a while. Now I want to pay for my coffee. I have a coffee. I have a very simple, quick transaction. Not everybody in Cumberland Farms is wanting to have a quick transaction. Sometimes I get stuck behind the last American cigarette smoker. He's trying to order a pack of cigarettes. The clerk, apparently not many people smoke anymore because the clerk is always fucking totally confused. Let me get a pack of Marlboro Reds. The clerk's like, oh, these rectangle things back here? He's got to walk him through the whole thing. No, on the other side. No, the other side. He finally gets the right pack, pops it down. Now we have to wait 15 minutes for this guy to get a second mortgage. You know what? I have some empathy for that guy. I'll tell you who I can't stand. I'm sorry if some of you are this guy, but the professional scratchy gambler. Oh man, this guy. You know what? He's come in to cash in his big $50 winner, but he's not going to take the money. No, he's going to parlay his bet. He's going to pick out some new scratch tickets. You want some entertainment? Watch this guy. Because he looks like the guy at the donut shop trying to pick out a dozen. Oh, man. Oh, wow. They all look so good. Let me get 2 life losers. I'll get 3 snake eyes. Oh, that new one, the scratch and sniff for $. I'll take a couple of those. Then the clerk, just like the donut guy, the clerk is doing the math for him. You have $10 left. You know what? I'll take a couple of the ones with the sprinkles. He turns around to leave, and I realize that's the guy who ran out of gas. It's finally my turn. Put my cup on the counter. I get the same question from the same clerk every day. Can I get you anything else? Well, You didn't get this. I got this. It's kind of labor intensive, to be quite frank. In fact, I didn't even know that was an option. But you know what? I was inspired by the guy in front of me. I want to try smoking. Can you give me the pros and cons of every pack back there? Yeah, no, I know there's a line behind me, but you let this horse out of the barn. I want to see where it's going to take us. I finally get out of there. I'm at least 10 minutes away before I realize I fucked up my own coffee. Holy smokes, we're going fast. You guys are fun. I'm happy to be here. I will tell you this. I mentioned my kids. I'm too old for the age of the kid. Oh, I am old.
No.
Trust me. I'll tell you how old I am. I'm 57. All right? Let me tell you this. This is the oldest I've ever been. It feels pretty old. And my attitude about age has changed drastically. Like when I was like 16, 17, if I heard about, and this is the thing, at 57, I could drop dead tomorrow. And you know what? Everybody would be like, oh, that's too bad. But it wouldn't be shocking. Like when I was 16 and 17, if I heard about a guy who was 40 and he dropped dead, I was like, wow, what do you want? That sounds about right. Now at 57, I hear about somebody who's 75 who drops dead. I was like, what the hell happened? I just saw him last week. He was with his walker, his oxygen. He looked great. Here's a great indication that I'm old, in case I needed it. But here's one. My name is Steve. That's become an old person name. It totally has. You guys know any little kids named Steve? No, they don't exist. Nobody's naming their kid Steve anymore. It's really depressing. When I was a kid, almost everybody was named Steve. I couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a Steve. There's another indication that I'm old. I just use the phrase swing a dead cat. And let me tell you this, man. Little kids know old people names. When I was a kid, if my mom told me Irving was coming over, I knew it wasn't going to be a play date. It's depressing. My name doesn't exist for any more generations. Steve has become the new Blanche. Here's another indication. Some of you got to be with me. Some of you are. Who's like 30 or younger? Anybody?
Oh.
You weren't sure how old you are? I did a math problem that was over your head.
The or younger threw me
I'm
off.
going to ask you to be specific if you can. Take out your driver's license if you need to. How old are you?
24.
24. All right. That's definitely under 30, just for the record. If anybody, that should be posed in the future.
Shit.
Within the next 6 years, you can answer yes. I kind of got aggressive with you. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good.
But here's, all right, some of the people in my demographic are going to totally relate to this. You're going to be blown away. You're not even going to believe this is true. I remember very clearly a time in my life when I was a little kid when there was no such thing as a 911 emergency number. Yeah, right? Didn't exist. When I was a kid, if you wanted to call the police, you had to know the whole phone number. And by the way, if you went one town over, if you went to Rehoboth, you had to know a whole different number. It was mayhem. It was chaos. All right, I'll give you a scenario so you can relate to this, all right? Here's a hypothetical situation. I'm a little kid. I'm at my house. Somebody's visiting, and they have just had a heart attack. Now, before I go on with this hypothetical situation, do not become emotionally attached to that guy. Foreshadowing, things don't go well. Just so you know. All right, so he's had a heart attack. My parents are like, Steve, go call the police. I'm like, all right, I'm on it.
Phone on the wall.
What's the phone number? Oh, it's on the refrigerator? That's a pretty good idea. That's really good thinking. So I go to the state-of-the-art technology of the day, which was a wall phone. I was like, I got this covered. Don't worry about a thing. Wow. I was dialing the poison hotline. Hold on a second. I got to keep it on the hook for a second, or it won't work. Still breathing? Why is there a 0 in this number? Yeah, we got to. I'm on hold. Well, it's the 1970s. There's only one cop at the desk and he's drunk. What? That's a bummer. Yeah, that's too bad. He was a good guy. Yeah. No, I liked Irving. I did. Hello? Yeah, listen, forget it. No, it took too long. He's dead. Hey, can you connect me with a coroner? Yeah, that number's not on my refrigerator. I'm old. Like I said, I could drop dead at any moment. So what I did, actually, this is a true story, to try and relieve the burden of the people left behind me, I actually made my own funeral arrangements. I know that might sound morbid, but I thought I was doing something nice, right? And you have to make decisions. And I met with a funeral home director, and for instance, I decided this: I want to be cremated, but not all the way.
Yeah.
I guess I just basically want to be dehydrated. That way I look like a Steve Jerky. Yeah, that way people leaving the wake, they're like, wow, he lost a lot of weight at the end. He looked pretty good. I was told that is not an option. So I'm going to go full cremation. But there's still more decisions. There's still more questions. Like, for instance, if you want, you can have your remains put into several different urns so that different members of your family can have a piece of you. And I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's fair. Somebody's going to get stuck with my ass ashes. There's another option. This becomes very popular. You can have your remains compressed into a piece of jewelry. Right? Yeah, and I'm not going to do that because I know my kids. I'll end up spending eternity in the display case of a pawn shop in Brockton. You think I'm kidding? I know I can picture the whole thing. What? $15? This is my dad. All right, $15 is $15. Here's that, Mr. 24. Here's something that I didn't expect. I thought by this age I would know things. I don't know shit. I really don't. Like, I thought I'd have the answer. Like, for instance, I don't play the stock market. I don't know anything about the stock market. I don't know if you guys are into it. I hear the reports on the radio. It means nothing to me. I don't know the difference between the Dow and the Netflix. I don't get anything.
That's my bad.
And by the way, don't misunderstand. I'm good with my money. I'm responsible. I pay my bills on time. That wasn't always the case. When I was younger, I was about your age, maybe a couple of years younger, and people were stupid enough to give me credit cards. I wasn't paying those bills. So I started getting collections calls. Anybody ever go through that? Oh, yeah. When I was getting collections calls, there was no such thing as caller ID. Oh, yeah. Every time the phone rang, it was a surprise. And I was always optimistic. Every time I was like, oh, the phone's ringing. What could possibly go wrong? Hello? Yes, this is he. No, I didn't make a payment last week. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to make a payment next week. Yeah, you can call. I don't think it's going to help, but you can call. You know what? I can definitely make a payment at the end of the month. Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead and write that down. Okay. Yeah, all right. I love you too, Mom. Bye-bye. Speaking of Mom, by the way, there's another indication that I'm getting old. I'm now in a position. I'm sorry, are we interrupting you guys at the bar? I'm now in a position where I have to make decisions on my mom's behalf. And I don't know if anybody's gone through this. I had to make a decision about an assisted living situation. If I don't know if you've done this for a loved one, it's very intimidating. It's confusing. I didn't know anything about it. So I made an appointment with the director of an assisted living facility and the people, and I sat down and I said, so here's the deal. My mom, she's at a point now where she needs assistance living. I don't know exactly what she needs. The director's like, Steve, don't worry about it. I can tell you exactly what she needs. She needs $12,000 a month. Okay, that's all right. That's 12,000. That sounds like a lot of assistance. I got to be frank with you. I get not for nothing, but she's at $0 assistance right now, and then that jumped to $12,000. That's a month. That's every month. It's a lot of assistance. She's like, you know what? I should have mentioned this right in the beginning. This is very important. That includes all of her meals. Oh. Okay, I get it now. Because my 86-year-old mom, she can definitely eat $50 a month worth of food. Easy. I don't even know how you're turning a profit when you put it like that. $12,000 a month. You guys didn't seem that shocked. I don't know if that's not a lot of money for you guys. Let me tell you this, for a guy who works a half hour a night, that's a lot of money. $12,000 a month. Yeah, that should include her meals. For $12,000 a month, that should include your staff chewing up her food and Baby Bird feeding her for $12,000. I didn't go with that place. They just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Ended up going with a storage unit. It's a nice one. It's a nice one. It's climate controlled. We got all our furniture in there. The other guy who sits way up front behind the glass, I give him $50 a month. He wears a white coat. He responds. She's happy. I think. I haven't seen her in a long time. I think she's happy. Oh my God, I gotta start finishing up. I'll tell you what, you guys, for this dance program, what are the ages of your dancers? 6 to 16? Let me ask you this. Who here, has anybody got multiple children? How many? Me, way over in the dark? How many do you have, me? 4. You have 4? Yeah. Oh yeah, that counts. Yeah, that's multiple, man. I gotta tell you, every once in a while, sometimes it's usually in the front, it's usually somebody young. They'll very proudly raise their hand. I'll say, how many you got? And they're like, 2. 2's not multiple. I know it's more than 1, but it's not multiple. 2 is an only child with a spare. That's what 2 is. Let me ask you, how old are they now? Are they close in age, by the way?
I got 13, 12, 10, no, 11, and 9.
I don't play. Look, I'm not going to question your ability to name their ages. I am not at all. 4 kids, I get it. You should be shit-faced right now. Because you are right in the trenches. And my kids, that's the same deal with mine. Mine are all close in age. I'll tell you what was a milestone in my house. Was when my youngest daughter, her name is Carrie, she turned 6. Because what that meant was she was 6, her twin brothers are 8. Her oldest sister is 10. That means they're all going to the same elementary school every morning. And let me tell you this. The trick in keeping 4 kids getting ready for school is keep each one focused, each one on task. And every morning, every one of my kids wake up with a brand new social emotional disorder that no one's ever heard of. My house is brutal. It is. I don't know about yours. Mine is the first 20 minutes of Saving Private Ryan every morning. I'm not even kidding a little bit. Every morning, there's at least one kid throwing up in his helmet. There's another kid dragging bodies across the floor. There's Nazis there for some reason. And I'm a total idiot. I truly am, because every morning I wake up the same way. I'm like, oh, this is going to be the morning. You're all going to pull it together. This is going to go great. Carrie, you wanted pancakes. I got up early, made you pancakes. Honey, come to the table. It's breakfast time. Here's your pancakes. Honey, forget about the cat. Put the cat down. Forget about the... All right, there you go. All right, I want you to eat these pancakes and have a good breakfast in your belly. All right? That's my girl.
Yeah, no.
Blake, you've been looking in the mirror for a long time. You're very handsome. It's time to brush your teeth. There's your toothpaste, there's your toothbrush. We gotta get this done. Bus is coming soon. I believe in you. Cheyenne, honey, you gotta get out of bed. Yeah, this is my third time, honey. You gotta get out of bed. Isaiah, you've been in your room for 10 minutes. You've done nothing.
Yes.
Buddy, you gotta take your pajamas off, put your clean clothes on. Clean clothes are right here in the bed. You don't even have to even think about anything.
Yes.
Take those off, put those on. All right? I'm coming back to check on it. That's my guy. Carrie. Carrie. Carrie, I don't care what the cat is doing. The cat can do whatever the cat wants to do, huh? I don't care about the cat. I care about you. All right, you haven't taken a bite, sweetheart. I need you to eat these pancakes. And you gotta have a good breakfast. Here's the deal, honey. If you go into school and you tell them you're hungry, I get in trouble. Do you remember a couple weeks ago you told your teacher you were starving? And then I had to have an interview with social services? Please, sweetheart. Eat your pancakes. Blake, the cap is still in the toothpaste. Why is the cap still in the toothpaste? Buddy, please, I'm begging you. You gotta get this done. Your bus is coming soon. Please. Say another thing! Isaiah, you're halfway there. You're naked. That's great. This is not a great time to play with your Legos. No, I need you to put your... Whoa, don't sit down there. That's a bad idea. Because I don't want to go to the emergency room first thing in the morning and explain that. But you got to put some clothes on. I can't send you to school like this. They'll take you away. Carrie, I'll tell you what. Daddy will buy you a pony if you eat these pancakes. Put some on your fork, put it in your mouth, chew it, swallow, repeat that process till they're all gone. Pony. How do you lose a toothbrush? It was in your hand, I suck. At this point, I don't care. Put some toothpaste in your finger and rub your teeth real good.
Yeah. Old school.
Chad, I'm gonna flip that bed over if you don't get on that bed. Why are you still naked? That's what my life has come to. At least 4 mornings a week, I'm screaming, why are you still naked? I never thought my life would come to that. I mean, I kind of hope, but not to a child. Just by the way, just so nobody thinks they have to make a phone call, weekends are better. Weekends are a little more relaxed. I do something with them every weekend. We call it an adventure. It might be, you might be going to the movies, might be going to the zoo. I'll tell you what I did one time this past summer. I brought him to Brown's Restaurant up by Hampton. Anybody know that place? No. Yeah, you probably don't. Down South Shore, you probably go down south. Up in Hampton Beach, there's this place called Brown's Restaurant, all right? And it was, I don't know, it was first built, probably in the 1800s. It is like really old and decrepit and burned down to the ground like 4 years ago, and they rebuilt it just as broken down and decrepit. But it's so typical old school New England for seafood. And I wanted to introduce them. I wanted to give them fried clams and lobster. And we tried something I won't be doing again. I don't know if you guys are a fan of this. Do you guys eat steamers?
Oh, yeah.
Steamed clams? You guys like these? I'll tell you what, if you like them,
Market.
they might taste great. I have no idea. I ordered them, they sat there. They're just too gross to look at. Oh, boy, they're so slimy and jelly. And... I'd rather eat the shell. And by the way, you people that love the steamers, right? And you try to talk normal people into it, here's your only argument. This is all you got going for you. Oh yeah, they're amazing until you put them in the butter. Yeah, oh yeah. Right in the butter. Oh yeah. You know what? First you dip them in the broth. Then get the sand off. Then you put it right in the butter. I agree. Butter is amazing. You can dip anything in butter. It's going to be fantastic. I don't care what you... Have you tried the dog shit? Yeah, dip it right in the butter. Oh, yeah. You know what? You dip it in the broth first. Get the sand off. Get it right in the butter. I'll tell you this, though. Here's the clincher for me. You know that thing they call a neck? I'm not convinced that's a neck. I mean, seriously, think about it. It's already wearing that condom thing. You gotta take that off. I am all set with the safe seafood. You can take that away. And if that is what I think it is, and I'm pretty sure, what a perfect, ideal anatomy for a male. Think about it, guys. Regardless of species, that's all we need, right? Woohoo! Penis in the belly. Let's party. Guys, been a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed this. Steve New York!
One more time for Steve New York! Gianni, Pat. All right, folks, we're going to turn the lights on. We're going to give you 5 more minutes. Buy your raffle tickets. Buy your scratch ticket tree. 50-50. One more time for all the comedians. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.